Hi guys, so today I am talking about emotional health. What is it and why it's something that you need to be looking after. Now, generally when we refer to mental health, we're covering a wide spectrum of topics which includes and encapsulates emotional health. We don't always refer to it as a separate identity, but it is important to delineate between mental health and emotional health. Mental health is about the mind, it's about thought. Emotional health is about how you feel. However, the reality is a lot of our mental health issues and problems are caused by emotional reactions. A lot of our maladaptive behaviours and patterns are a result of a learned emotional response from our childhood. So you cannot really look at one without the other. They're completely interchangeable. And the thing is, when we hear the word emotional, there tends to be quite negative connotations, and even I hear it in our discourse, the way we refer to people as being whingy or being needy, or just when somebody cries, that it's seen as an irritant as opposed to somebody just cleansing out whatever emotion it is that they're experiencing. And this mindset is changing, thank God, but it's not changing fast enough, because it is the result of so much illness in people. There's this kind of concept of a stoic, detached person, that is always under control, that is always on top of things. And they're, as I said, emotional people are generally frowned upon to a certain extent. However, being in touch with your emotions doesn't mean that you have to wallow in them. It just means that you are learning to identify them and to regulate them. So, as I said, oftentimes our emotional responses aren't always based on current events. They're the aftertaste of all of our past experience, and we can react quite intensely as a result in situations that don't necessarily call for the reaction that we experience. And it's important that, I suppose, we first of all create an awareness of that, create an awareness of what's driving how we think and how we act, and then heal that past emotion. Transcend it, come through it, validate it, and move past it, because otherwise you're going to spend your whole life having these strong emotional reactions and being triggered, left, right and centre. And I mean, that is not a way to live. Once you have dealt with it, you can then move on to learning new skills such as emotional resilience, which incorporates emotional regulation. And that's the ability to identify your emotions, to know where you're at. I mean, so many of us experience so much emotion on a daily basis, and it goes kind of under the radar. We know we don't feel great, but we don't actually identify what's going on for us. So it's about being very in tune with the self, being very self-aware, and being aware of the impact that your feelings are having on how you think, your mood, and your actions, and the way in which you perceive the world, the way in which you perceive other people. So emotional health is so important if you want to live a healthy, fulfilling life. If you struggle with your emotions, if you feel that you're constantly having to avoid, that you're constantly distracting yourself, whether it be through food or whether it be through your phone or whatever it is that takes you away from whatever it is that you're running from, get in touch with me on the website. It's fundamentals.ie. You can also catch me on Facebook or Instagram. I've also recently released a podcast, well, kind of recently, with Neil O'Brien. Fantastic chats about mental health, emotional health, and all things purposeful living. So go check it out. It's on iTunes and Spotify. Subscribe, like, share. I also post all of these videos covering any mental health topics that I talk about, and how to find your purpose, how to live a more fulfilling life on my YouTube channel. It's called Fiona Feely. Check it out. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and let me know if there's anything you'd like me to discuss, because again, I'm doing this to help other people, so if there's something that you want to anonymously have me talk about, then I'm happy to do so. Send your suggestions through the direct messages, and I will talk to you again soon.